So I'm gonna quickly change something. So I'm gonna need that there, that there, and that. Oh, Roms. Oh,
That's not even a Ethan.
But why is Ethan there? It's like, stop that. Get down.
Welcome to the
Get
top.
down.
I thought you could sneak into the top, fam. The cheek of this you.
Hold on. Sorry. You're at the bottom, but it's not like a bottom the way Kiers and Casey are at the bottom, innit?
Bro, bottom's bottom, bro. I'll be real.
You can't hear you. You can't hear you, bro.
Can't hear who? Oh, Ethan.
Yeah, you got technicals. But yeah, we are back for another episode of Big Six Fans. What a game week. The NLD derby never fails to disappoint. Never, ever does it fail to disappoint. I'm joined by Roms, Ethan, Casey, Kiers, and Corey for the game week 6 roundup. People, make sure you are smashing the like button. Ethan is on his way back to the stream, so guys, do not worry. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. We just hit 6.6K. So let's try and get to 6.7K as soon as possible. And the only way we can do that is by subscribing if you're new and obviously liking the video. Of course, I'm going to have my Liverpool versus West Ham pre-record. That is going to be out later tonight as well. So plenty of content for you guys. And of course, the Liverpool All-Star show tomorrow night as well. Big up everybody. Big up everybody in the chat. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Big up United Spurs of America. Probably going to have a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? The Arsenal fans probably had a lot to say. You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy. I'm happy United Spurs of America is here because just before you go in once, I said on the Friday preview show, if Spurs even get a point, I'll come on here and I'll apologize. And United Spurs of America is one of the people. So United Spurs in America and the other Spurs fans, I hold my hands up. Big respect to you lot because, boy, I was wrong. I was wrong, boy. Yeah, I just thought I'd get that.
Right, we're all wrong in life a few times, man.
Just the guy we was looking for. I just said, I know you're on the bottom row, but honestly, this is not a bottom row thing where, like, do you know what I'm saying? You're not with them, man, innit? You're on your own.
Yeah.
You know what
to them, it's not a rivalry, right? It's not that.
No, it's not a rivalry.
No. That's word to K.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Casey, you're in
I said this game. Thank you.
Yeah, so
it's a rivalry, bro. This one's out.
Hey, I remember you saying, this weren't a rivalry. What did you predict?
I never said it wasn't a rivalry though. That wasn't my words. I just said.
Do you want me to go on the? I can find the clip if you.
Hey, I remember your prediction. We both had 4s, but I had a 4-2. You had a 4-0.
I said 4-1. I said 3 or 4-1, but again, like. I still took it serious. Like it's still a rivalry. You get what I'm trying to say? I just said it wasn't as much as a rivalry as United.
I think you owe them an apology, kids. I'll be real.
Bro, these man drew, bro. If you won, then maybe I could give a little something.
No, but bro, do you know what I say? I think you owe them an apology. I hear, cool, it was a draw, but at the end of the day, the way you were speaking about them, the way I was as well, that's why I'm going to hold my hands up. But the way we were speaking about them, bro, it's only
I hear it. No, I do hear it. I do hear it. But what I
you did, Corey, still. You did.
Yeah, Corey did say 2-2. Big you up. But for me, like, again, I always took Spurs serious. I know Spurs. I even predicted them to get top 4. I said it. They're a good team. However, bro,
this is sounding too indifferent to Friday.
Here's the one script if they win 4-3-0, and the next script if something else. Emergency.
Bro, just go and check my prediction.
Man, let's slow it down. I've obviously got the clip. I've got the clip here ready for Kiers' prediction. So I do have the clip. We actually haven't set the like goal yet. So there's 134 people in the house already. We're not even 5 minutes into the stream. So what should the like goal be today? Chat, what we saying for the like goal? How many likes can we get up to in the stream today? Well, Amanda, what we saying? Let's have some
280.
280. Why 280?
2 for the 2-2, but 80 if I have to big up Newcastle, 8-0 record breaking for them today.
Yeah. Oh, and what is the 0 for Chelsea's 1-0 for Chelsea's loss as well?
Yeah, we can fling that in. We can
There we
fling that
go.
in as well.
Big up Asad. Shout out Asad.
We can fling that one in there. We can fling that one in there. What 280? Yeah, cool. 280. So you don't know what to do. Keep smashing the like button. How many likes are we on now? Because I want to see how many likes we can get until we run the clip in it. Until the clip have to get run. So we're on 50 likes. So okay, the second we get to 180 likes, I'll run the clip of Kiers in the preview. I'll run the clip. It will be through the mic though, so you don't be able to hear it rather than me actually sharing the screen. Or I can just share the screen. It's up to you, lot, innit? I might just share.
I want to see his face. I want to see the conviction.
You want to see his face? You want to see his face?
Yeah.
I can bet my life that this is gonna get taken out of context.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it.
Kiers, this is your predictions. I didn't ask you to be like.
I said it's how it works. 4-1. I know. But I didn't.
It was 4. It was actually 4. It was actually 4-0, bro. You'll see. It was actually.
We will be going. We will be looking at your prediction, and we will be. And again, there's a little bit where you talk on what you think about Spurs, and it's very cheeky. So we will be speaking on that as well. You're gonna have to face your demons because do you know what it is? If you weren't talking the way you were talking, if these Arsenal fans weren't little bro in these man the way they were little bro in these man and treating it like not Casey by the way in terms of the little bro thing in the preview, like a draw kind of would have been. We wouldn't really have verbaled either of you for the draw. It's a great game. We was all entertained. We move on to next week. But the way you man was going on, that Spurs that did and I tried to tell these man, I said Spurs have more goals. They have more goals than you, and they only have one goal more one extra goal conceded. I believe they get something out of this game. And Kiers, you said, it's a weird link up with Ease. This the weird little link up. That's what you called it. The weird link up.
Yeah,
Roms was out. He took off his Liverpool shirt and I've popped an Arsenal shirt. Forgot about that one.
It wasn't weird though.
It wasn't weird.
But Montel, are you running the clip now? Because I just want to talk about one player quickly that's got me hot.
I said 80 likes. We're on 66 likes. So
you can wait there.
Wait there.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't. The cheek. I didn't lose. So that walk. I'm afraid when you're not only below me in the table and I didn't lose.
You can talk to us about your problems. You can talk to us about your problems and player performances afterwards. Right now,
you're below me in the table despite my results. So have some shame.
Corey's been waiting. Corey's been waiting to do this one. Big up,
Corey. Man beat Burnley 1-0 and all of a sudden got away. How does that work?
On some shaky thing. On some shaky thing.
Is it my problem? I've got 4 extremely hard teams, top of their games right now,
and lost. And you lost though.
We won't be doing that.
You lost though.
I lost all 4. Now,
so where's the verbal? Where's the verbal?
Just quickly.
Now, because we're getting into the gist of it. Now next week we see Liverpool, Tottenham. Someone's about to lose.
So where's the cheek for me? Why is there cheek for any of us? In fact, where's the cheek?
But when players are sitting, not players, sorry, when fans are sitting there saying, I don't even look at you as rivals and that. I see Man United, Liverpool, and Manchester City as my big games, talking like I'm going to smoke with 4-0, going around talking the big talk.
Corey, I never said that.
But you're not a Tottenham fan, so why does that affect you?
Just quickly, before we get into everything, I just want to...
This is what I'm backed about. This is why I say Ethan Corey link. Iron Man and big Batman and Robin, fam. Batman and Robin, just link.
I want to listen. Casey, you're lucky you weren't on the preview, bro, because you got off lucky. I think you might have been sucked in. Fam, where the hell is One Touch? Where the hell is One Touch? Start with that one. Where the hell is Gooner Lee? Gooner Lee try little man me. Goo Goo Gaga. I haven't seen.
Oh yeah, Goo Goo Gaga. Oh.
So where the hell is he? Please big up you for showing your face. That's a lot of courage. Big job. We'll get into that in a bit. But the 2 main culprits in One Touch and Gooner Lee, man, are hiding. They reassured me this was a quick game, a quick 3 points. Even Gooner Lee was all telling me that flipping it wasn't even a rivalry. We're going to get dusted real quick. Like
after 24 hours,
Ethan, do you know what a draw is, bro? Do you know what a draw is?
I understand. Bro, I hold up my hands up here. I said we were winning 3-0. That's outrageous. We could have got signed out further out of the game, but I'll take it
you
away.
predicted 3-0. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I was
No,
wrong.
he predicted 4-2. Ethan predicted 4-2.
It's so you messed up like how we messed up.
No. I never said that you man weren't a rival.
If we both predicted, if we both predicted a result and we both got it wrong and we ended up sharing the points, how do you get to nickel my meat?
Kiers,
How does that work?
You man told me it was a little walk in the park.
So did you.
What I'll say,
4-2 is a walk in the park, dude.
No, it's not. 4-2 could be an edgy game. But 3-0, 4-0 is a walk in the park.
He's here. Gooner Lee. The link is in. Hold on, man. Gooner Lee, the link is in your WhatsApp. Do with it what you wish. Do with it what you wish.
Come here.
Come here.
Keep what Keir said, because me and you both got the score lines wrong. It's the same.
I still want to see. No. You know what? Yeah, I still want to see his clip because I thought I forgot what happened on Friday. I forgot. I still want to see the clip.
Here's his shit in himself.
I know what I predicted, but I forgot like the way I was speaking and whatnot. Like, I forgot. You get me?
What you're saying, Kiers, was you're a bit tipsy.
I had 2 battles. I had 2 battles before the stream, fam. I forgot.
Right.
Shamelessness.
All right. I've got. We've hit 80 likes in it. So I think is it. So you lot, chat. You already know how we do this, man. Nothing but popcorn emojis. Can we do that, please? Nothing but popcorn emojis. Nothing but.
So I just want to say my little piece on this player, fam. Just to start.
No. Case, you will wait. You will wait right there, Kelly. You will wait right there, Kelly. You will wait right there.
Bro, but I'm not. Bro, I didn't say nothing shameless.
No.
Yeah, Casey's right both.
Bro. It's not a speak when spoken to thing. It's not a seen but not be heard. However, it's just a wait there thing. The wait there thing. You don't get to jump in and do your analysis thing today. Yeah. You don't get to do ego.
This is what it's about. Draw.
And Casey, you know the rules as well. You can't be doing but I didn't. You're still gonna get grabbed, bro. You should know this.
The chat shameless, man. Less of the popcorn, man.
I'm seeing bare popcorn.
If you're not in top four now, I don't want to hear popcorn. So less of the popcorn. Less of that.
Hey, chat. More popcorn. What's your favorite flavors? Toffee, salted, sweet, mixed. What's your favorite flavors?
Casey, mothers, you're not four. Mothers, you're not.
Wait. Yeah, hold on.
I'm fit. Oh my days.
Hold on.
You have to win today.
I got 20 minutes. I got 20 minutes. Yo, Casey, you man.
He's alive.
I leave. What are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm telling you. I've got 20 minutes, bro. You man.
Lee, let me pause you right there. Lee, let me pause you. This isn't a rivalry. This isn't a rivalry. No,
20 minutes.
I'm waiting for it, man.
Lee, before you say anything, obviously welcome to the stream. Big up yourself, but we are about to. It's popcorn time. It's BSB popcorn time right now. So
listen, any recap you're doing,
we're gonna head over to the cinema. Quickly.
Wait, Mons, do you have Lee's clip as well? You got Lee's clip as well.
Oh, it's all. Oh no, they're in order.
Okay.
They're in order.
This narrative ain't making sense. I'll be honest. This ain't making sense.
Yeah, man. It doesn't make sense.
He actually got popcorn.
But the man get popcorn.
Yeah.
Salty.
Guys, I'm gonna need a little bit of quiet, guys. I'd say this clip's about a minute and a half. So again, guys, popcorn emojis in the chat. Smash the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Can you guys hear it? Can everyone hear it? Kiers. So, Greenlee, what is your score prediction and your goal scorers for the NLD Derby of 2023-2024?
I think I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna say 4-0, bro. I think 4-0. Yo, no, my thing glitched. My thing glitched. I said 2-2. Jesus will get 2. I think Jesus will get 2. I think no, Jesus will get 2. I think Odegaard will get 1, and I'll round it off with a little Trossard. I'll try to round it off. You know what he does with the left foot or the right?
So you're gonna treat them like you treated PSV.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm not. Listen, I know it's not after dark yet, but it might be an Adam 22, a Jason Love.
Oh my,
not
a clock killing.
Listen,
oh my God,
I'm gonna leave, bro. It's before the watershed, bro.
It might be, bro. So listen,
Hey,
no, but you know
even
what?
if we finish 10th, let me just smoke these lot. Please.
But you, man, I need
Small
to bounce,
price to
bro.
pay.
Listen,
My guy,
listen, I'm gonna watch back because I want to know your score prediction. Actually, no, Ethan, I need to know quick.
Man,
I need to know.
I'm gonna leave. But I'm being dead serious. Yeah, 4-2. 4-2.
That's mad.
You know who? Honestly,
you think
Madison?
I need to know who.
All right. We're gonna skip forward to Kiers' prediction. We're just gonna skip forward just a little bit to Kiers' prediction. Yeah. Just let's keep tuning in, people. Keep tuning in.
That's not mine as well. I don't echo that. I thought you were gonna say us.
That's what I know.
I think King Kai gets.
Hey, Kiers, I need to know who you say.
Bro, for me, I'm going 4-1 Arsenal. I think King Kai gets his first goal for the club.
Jesus.
Bro, for me, I'm going 4-1 Arsenal. I think King Kai gets his first goal for the club.
One more time, yeah. One more time.
One more time for the body. One more time for the body.
Let me get that. Let me get that.
For me, I'm going 4-1 Arsenal. I think King Kai gets his first goal for the club. I think Jesus bags as well. I think Trossard bags, and I think Odegaard bags as well. King Kai, we're up. No double-7 around here, Kai.
You, man, I'm out, man. I'm out.
Take care, bro. Big up. Oh, by the way, there was one over here as well.
That's why I left, didn't it?
NFL Game Pass.
No. You lot are lucky because of the ads. I've got to close that. You lot are lucky. I had to close that because of the ads. But I was about to run the Goo Goo Gaga one. There's the Goo Goo Gaga one, isn't it? The Goo Goo Gaga one is mad. That clip is mad.
That was crazy.
Just quickly.
Obviously, hold on. Before we move on, you lot, make sure you do go and subscribe to Gooner Lee's channel as well. And I hope you guys enjoy popcorn time. You know what I'm saying? Just remember, in every big 6 months roundup, there usually should be a little popcorn time moment where we go back to the prediction show, especially if someone gets it horribly wrong. Of course, in this sense, Kiers was on the receiving end. Gooner Lee was on the receiving end. Ethan, I know you have a lot that you want to say. So this is your time, King. This is your time.
Just this one's aimed mainly at Gooner Lee. Gooner Lee, you told me that Odegaard was scoring. He didn't even come on the pitch. He wasn't even playing. The guy played awful. Awful. Trossard didn't even play. Literally.
Tell them about what I want to know is that, like, remember these man.
Stop munching that popcorn as well. Stop being so cheeky as well.
Remember when kids. Hold on, Case. Remember, you don't get to tell me what to do. Case, remember where that.
No, Montel, stop this. I can speak. I drew, fam. I drew.
No. You have freedom of speech. Yeah. I won't take away your freedom of speech. You have freedom of speech, innit? Yeah. But kids, you were saying how you don't really see this game as a big game. I won't twist your words and say you didn't say it was a rivalry. But you didn't say you said I don't see this as a big game. I see the big games in the rivalry as Man United, Liverpool, and City.
Bro, I didn't say. Yeah, no, you're right. I said it wasn't a big game, and I said it was a big game. That's never been. Every Big Six game is a big game. But what I was saying was that United and City are bigger games. That's all I said. I never little man Spurs. I said yes. The
You
little
said
bro.
you never little man Spurs.
No.
I run popcorn time again because I spared you that clip. I did not play that clip.
You know, cool. I liquid man Spurs. In you,
All right,
good. But like, cool. I little bro them, but it is bad.
Honestly,
It is bad though. One result does not change the fact that they're still little bros. One result don't change that. It was 2-2. That's why they come to my ground and duck. Bro, it's a draw. When do you ever get praised for this?
No, but kid,
how is Monts? Wait. Let me just say, if anything, all you man are proving my point. Because in what world does a club come to a different club and draw the game and get this much airtime and praise?
No. Okay, see what we're not gonna do is that. Do you know why? Because we said at the end of that stream, we said after Gooner leaves, Goo gaggering in the screen, you're saying you don't even see these man as a big game compared to United and City and that. You even threw Liverpool in there, like we've never beefed in our lives, so you even threw us in there, yeah. And we said to you at the end of the stream, me and Corey said this to you. We said after this treatment, looking and belittling these man, looking like this, yeah, you must win now. A draw is not acceptable. At the start of the stream, a draw might have been acceptable. But the way you Arsenal fans were going on, saying how with your player comparisons and saying how you're better at this, you're better at that, and all the superiorities, and still reverting back to trophies, even though this is a game for 3 points and it's not a cup final. And look what happened. They came to your gaff, and it didn't look like a demolition job to me. It didn't look like a little bro versus a little bro to me.
You know what, Mons? Let me keep it 100. Sorry, go on, Ron.
Quick, there was a question to you, Casey and Kiers. It's as simple as this to summarize what you're saying, Mons. To you three, did that feel like a draw? Honestly, did that feel like a draw? Did it feel like you drew the game?
Yeah.
Be honest, bro.
Oh, what you mean in terms of how annoyed I am in that?
Yeah, did it feel like a draw? Or did it feel like
I feel like I lost? Of course, I feel like I lost.
Fair.
Do you know why? Because when what got me was I wasn't obviously at the game, so I'm watching the game live. By the time it panned the celebration out, why am I seeing Madders pass to Son and it's in the back of my net, bro? I didn't even have time to adjust. I was so bad, like, bro. It's just not good enough. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, Casey. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I got a call a player out. I'm sorry, yeah. I don't normally do this, yeah. But I'm gonna call out 2 players that I don't normally do. I have to call out Eddie and Ketia and Odegaard.
Yes. This is the same 2 that I wanted to chat about today, fam.
Them 2 today were pathetic, bro. They were pathetic today. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what? I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be real. Look, I still stand by what I said in terms of I do feel like Mont, you're a nasty guy, you know. But
what?
Mont's a nasty guy, you know. He knows what he just did as well, bro. I just saw him in it. Like, you know, I ain't saying nothing. But listen, I'm gonna say 100%. Like, look, 100%. I stand on what I said, but we have to be real. KC, kids, you're my brothers, man. You're my guys, so I'm gonna be real, bro. We were shocking, bro. We were horrible.
Yeah, we was.
And I think, look, we should. I'll be real. We should have lost. And actually, in fairness, I feel like Spurs actually missed a trick. I feel like you shouldn't have taken off Son. I don't know why you took off Maddison as well. And I think, honestly, we were horrible. I think we can't even look at. Listen, Nketiah, I think for me. Today was a day where I fully realized, like, I knew he wasn't good, but he's not good enough for Arsenal, innit? He isn't. Bro, Havertz, I'm worried. And the reason why I'm worried is because, listen, us two, we like Arteta, innit? I don't know, we will like Arteta, but
I like Arteta, yeah.
But I'll be real, bro. He can't die on that hill, because if he continues with this Havertz thing now, bro, it's spooky. And he's going to lose his job. He cannot keep playing Havertz. He is so bad. And it was today where I fully saw it. Like, it was today when Nketiah fully saw it. The Sakas, you know, certain men like that, they had a bit of a poor game.
Not even that. What was with this Jorginho sub today as well?
Again, but I think because he was injured. So
right,
people like, the people like Jorginho and people some like even Zinchenko, Odegaard. Look, I don't think Odegaard turned up today, but I'm gonna put it down to that he didn't have Declan Rice to win the ball back for him. He didn't have Partey to win the ball back for him. I don't think there's certain.
Did the FBI get him?
Yeah, that's the one.
I thought that was my internet for a bit. Still,
I thought it was me. But until Lee's internet comes back, we've got 2 super chats. Big up Dan J for the super chat. He goes, "Let's hear the excuses, Lee." Big up for the $2 super chat. Big up Wu-Tang Gambino as well. He says, "Gooner Lee, how did that Adam 22 result go? 4-0 with popcorn emojis." And big up Mr. Link as always. Says, "Stop blaming Havertz. He came on at half time." Big up you guys for the super chats. Lee, your internet's going a bit crazy. Until it comes back, we'll let you carry on what you're saying. By the way, people, there's free. Hold on, let me just do the housekeeping quickly. There's 300 people in the house right now. So right now, I believe we're on around 126 likes. So if you haven't already, make sure you stop what you're doing right now and smash the like button, and let's get to at least 200 likes. Remember, the like target today is 280. So let's get that done right now. And make sure you smash the like button. It's just below the super chat, just below Gooner Lee's face as well. And make sure if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to BSB because there's going to be a lot more content like this coming on a daily basis. Roms, obviously, you said you wanted to issue an apology because, as I said, you had your Arsenal top on in the preview, and I tried to warn you, but once again, you didn't listen to me. So
you did. I said it at the start of the stream. I think there's more Spurs fans in the stream now. So if you don't watch the preview, I jumped in for the last half, and I said Spurs were getting smoked. I said Ange is naive. There's no way you can play Arsenal at their own game. And I'll say what I said at the start of the stream. My bad. I hold my hands up. I did not see that coming, and that now strikes fear for me for next Saturday. Because remember, Monsoon, we got these in 7 days at their bit, and that's why I was looking at this game closely as well. Because cool, it's a North London derby, but we got these next. But no, full credit to Spurs.
Look what you
full credit to Spurs. Full credit to Ange. Big up you, man. Still, big up you, man. My bad, I got that wrong.
Good stuff.
I'm sorry again. I keep saying this just shows the level in it. Like I kept saying, like from time when they're issuing apologies and saying all of this, this just proves
it's just a respecting, bro. It's just a respect.
No, but you drew the game. You drew the game.
No, but kiers, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. Yeah, if you predict something as audacious as that, this is the type of guy I am. Yeah, if I make a mistake, I hold myself accountable.
You know, I hear your apology, but I'm saying, I'm saying in terms
of
Ethan?
Where's Ethan's mistake? Ethan said 4-2.
This is my point, and that's my point.
That was cheeky as well, you know.
You see the problem is that, and again, I'm gonna come calm today because ultimately we were at home. We thought that we were gonna bad them up. I thought we was gonna bad them up. Now listen, I thought that we was gonna have Trossard or Martinelli. So obviously for me, it's a little bit different. You know, I thought that we would have a bit more threat. The Jesus experiment didn't work. I think Arteta really threw that game today. I don't know what he was doing. I think the Declan Rice coming off as well definitely, contributed to that. That's why I think Odegaard didn't play well.
Is that serious? By the way, that if they has anything come out?
No, the problem is when Arteta says anything, you never take it properly because he says one thing and it's worse. So we're gonna wait and see. But yeah, for me, look, like I'm gonna be real. I think Spurs have to get a bit more credit. But what I will say, and this is me being genuinely honest, I think if we had our first team or a few more players back, I think we would have smoked you. I still do think Liverpool will beat you next week. I really do. Genuinely, that's hand on my heart. I think Liverpool will have enough. I think, the fact that Romero, we saw what he is. Again, I'm sorry, but we saw what he is. He's not the guy to lead you to the point where you need to go to. I think that even Ange, I thought like his tactics were okay, but I feel like he will get caught out against some of the bigger managers, someone like a Klopp. But ultimately, look, like Arsenal, any Arsenal fan that was big in their chest up before, including myself, I have to hold it because ultimately, I thought we was going to bad them up. And yeah, we didn't. I think, as I said, I think not only did we not back them up, I think Spurs should have really won the game. That's me being real. I think first half the thing is, where I'll leave it is, I think Spurs cut us open more time. We didn't cut them open at all. Second half, I don't think we had any shots. Whereas with Spurs, they had 2 or 3 chances in the first half, but they sliced us open. In the second half, you know, they do the counter-attacking thing. It wasn't amazing, but they still had a few opportunities to do something. Whereas for us, we did nada. And at the 77th minute, I knew, and like we weren't really attacking. Look, when you think about the games where we've come back and we're pushing and we're going hard to try and get that goal. With us today, we were just passing it around, lackadaisical. We were begging to get to the end of the game. When we saw 10 minutes at the time, I think the players thought, please get me off this pitch, please. And that's not Arsenal. That's not what we've seen for this season and last season. So for me, listen, I got to give Spurs their respect today. You are still little brothers to me. I still think Man United are the bigger rival. But yeah, man, like I give it up to Spurs today, man. I give it up to them because they came to the Emirates, and as I said, you know, you got to think about Man United when they come to us. Even Liverpool last season for parts of the game, sitting back, counter-attacking. Bro, Spurs were popping it like it was coming out of like it was. Actually, I was going to say something mad, but they were popping it like something crazy. They were popping it like something crazy. So, they were popping it like something, and not many teams do that. Not many teams come to the Emirates and say, you know what, we're going to play our game, and hopefully it'll be enough. Not many teams. I can't think of one. Man City, even last season, Man City, they were doing long ball. Yeah. Man, Tottenham today, they were at the back. Pape Sarr, whatever his name is, he was doing his thing. Basuma was doing his thing. Maddison was doing his thing. Fair play to the I call him Nicky Vark can't defend. Today, bro, he looked good. He looked good, man. Even the keeper passing out from the back. So, listen, man, I have to give Spurs a lot more ratings and respect than they actually, you know, than I gave them before. Because as I said, you can't look at them and say that they didn't deserve 3 points. Not 1, 3. They did.
Do you know? For me, you know where it was pivotal. This would have changed the whole game. You see when Gabriel Jesus decided to go for power instead of placement. If you lot go 2-0 up, I think it could have been a different game. But after that, you know, that was the moment where I thought, Arsenal aren't winning this today. They might not lose, but Spurs are coming away with something. It was that moment. You needed to go 2-0 up.
The blood on his hands on that after that, fam. It's just not good enough.
That's what we need. Spoken about more. It's finishing. That's what we need. That's what we need. Something like a Jota. We need something, you know, like a Jota, man. Like, you know, Jota, like, bro, he gets goals, innit? Like, he's a gunman, bro. Like, he's not good in an effective around the pitch. Outside of the box, sorry. But when he gets in front of that goal, 8 times out of 10, he's getting that goal in. With Jesus, bro, he makes the fucking hard shit look bare easy, and he makes the easy stuff, bro, look like it's like, bro, it's crazy. I'm like, bro, you're on the penalty spot. And that's why you think about it. That's probably why you penalties. You're on the penalty spot, and you skied it. Now look at me. People know that I don't think that Kane's a big time player because when he gets to the big moments, he fluffs his lines. Look at the penalty he missed in the World Cup for England last December. Bro, the reason why I got onto Kane, why isn't because he missed it. It's not because it wasn't saved. He missed the target. You can't be doing that if you're Jesus, bro. You got to get it on target at least. You should have scored, no problem, but you got to get it on. He missed the whole target. For me, bro, you're washed. To me, that's a washed finish. So, yeah, man.
I love how you've broken down this whole, you know, how, you know, you've given Spurs the credit. You obviously have taken accountability is what you said. But this is the Big Six Bants roundup. It doesn't quite work like that. It's all a bit too happy. It's all a bit too happy. It's all a bit too responsible. So what I'm going to do, so what you've done, you've actually breached page 4, subsection 382 of the Big Six Bants contract. So what that results in another part of the...
I've actually clocked
that. What did you say, Lee?
I actually hate you, bro. I'll be real, bro.
I know. It's fine. I love you too. And but when you breach the Big Six Bants roundup, subsection 3864 in the contract, it results in a clip. So everyone in the chat, I'm going to need popcorn emojis just one more time. Just one more time. And I wasn't going to bring up this clip. But you have forced my hand. Again in the chat, straight popcorn emojis. We are running one more clip. Straight popcorn emojis
I
only.
can't lie.
And then we'll hear what Casey has to say, because Casey actually wasn't here for the prediction show. So I'm very interested as to what Casey does have to say.
I just want to say, yeah, I think
Go on, Chris.
what Gooner said in that video, that has, for me personally, that is probably one of the funniest clips I've ever seen on Big Six Man.
Oh, of course, we're gonna see it right here. Of course, we're gonna see it right here. It's right here, cool. Are you ready?
Bro.
Is everyone ready? Is it? I can't see the chat right now. Is there popcorn emojis in the chat? Is it being flooded?
There's enough. There's enough.
Yeah. Say no more. We'll get to the chats after. Anyway, people, silence in the court. Silence in the court.
Nephew Liam. But it's always like, you know what? I've got a 4-year-old nephew. So shout out to my nephew Liam. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm like, Gucci, just to shut him up. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm like, 4-5 game unbeaten run, and then you come to us and you know what time it is. That's why I say I look at you and I'm like, you know what? Ultimately, but it's always like, you know what? I've got a 4-year-old nephew. So shout out to my nephew Liam. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm like, Gucci, just to shut him up. Like, and it's almost like, I'm like,
Hey, Gooner, that's killing me.
And it's almost like, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, Gucci, just to nephew. So shout out to my nephew Liam. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm like, Gucci, just to shut him up. Like, and it's almost like that. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm like, Gucci, just to shut him up. Like,
I
missed that. Yo,
I can't lie, that did kill me. So, but he wasn't capping. He was not capping at that moment.
I actually hate Monty. I hate Monty.
Oh, bro. It's nuts.
Life comes at you fastly.
Man played it enough times.
Oh my days.
Yeah, man kept playing the
No,
but bro,
Listen, we'll hold that, man. It is what it is, isn't it?
And man think they could come out of the North London derby with a draw after
and that be okay. Wait, kids, you're expecting us to go grab you.
No, bro. Listen, I fully understand the grabs and the whole. I fully get it. I really do. But it does not change my original point of I still look at these men as little bros. It don't change it. Like you can have we had a poor game. It was a poor game from.
But the vim of everything that was said and done on Friday was giving me and everyone else, the impression that you guys were going to work us. And when I'm seeing you guys score from a deflection, an own goal, and a penalty, and that's it, it's a bit of a cause for concern.
How is it concerned, bro? It's a game, bro. It's like I told this earlier on. Did you do the double over City last year? Oh no, you won one and you drew the other. Yeah. So you went unbeaten. You went unbeaten against City last year. Yeah?
No, they lost. They lost the way, innit? They lost the way.
Oh yeah, they lost the way. But their record against City is very good. It's very, very good, right? And you are nowhere near City. You're nowhere near them. So you can have a one-off game where you're not playing well and things aren't looking good. But again, you know levels regardless. And levels. You know
you're right, but that's one team that we happen to be their bogey team, but everyone knows we're not better than City.
And it's the same for us, bro. We play today.
But when we go to your stadium, you normally beat us.
If we had our first team, do you think we would have beat?
Yeah, 100%, 100,000,000%. Not even a question.
I think even if not even the first team, just if we had Trossard, I think if we had Trossard or Martinelli, we would have beat them.
Would have been.
For me, it was the Jesus out wide.
You know what's interesting, Casey? Casey, you know what's interesting You've had your manager for 4 years. I've had my manager for 5 games, and you're talking about if you had your full team at your stage.
No, I said one player. I never said 40. I said one player.
It's literally one.
I said we was missing a left winger, in my opinion. We was missing a left winger. Jesus hasn't played left wing for us.
No.
I don't think he's ever.
But isn't this what you did in? Isn't this what your business
was Trossard on the bench
about? So that you wouldn't miss.
Trossard was injured, bro. He wasn't even on the bench.
This is what I'm saying. It was unlucky. It was unlucky.
If one of them was there, I feel like we would have had more of a usual team that we filled, and I feel like that would have been enough to beat you. Because I don't think we would have conceded the goals we conceded if we had Trossard or Martinelli out wide. Just my way of thinking. But for me, it was Eddie and Nketiah that was the big problem today. I know Odegaard was what everyone was saying, but for me, Eddie and Nketiah, not only because you could not score and have a good game. I've seen Jesus do it plenty of times. I've seen a lot of other players do it. But for me, you're not even doing the basics. What we laud Eddie and Nketiah about, the whole fox in the box, popping up and getting on the end of things. Fam, a man is, for that cross, it's criminal, bro. The back post is free as a daisy, bro. Free as a daisy. A man is ball watching, jogging, just not sharp. He didn't look sharp from minute 1 up until the end of the game. It was just poor. For me,
I owe you an apology. And me, I think I owe you an apology too, because I can't lie. I think you both have said Eddie isn't good enough for our team anymore, and I disagreed and said he's still capable. But I'm not gonna lie.
No, I've been saying that. Yeah, I've been saying that.
You might have been saying that. But for me, I wasn't with that before. But now, for me, when I look at it, the level that we're trying to aspire to, which is City's level, I'm looking at City. Their backup's Alvarez, right? Alvarez is good enough to play against any team in the world.
He can start. He can start in my team.
He's starting games.
You start in my team.
If Holland was to come out, it would be Alvarez up top, right? So for me, I'm looking at that thinking, again, if Jesus is injured for us, Eddie's the next in line. For me, Eddie's made it quite clear to me that he's not good enough to play against the big six. Even at Newcastle's in them, man, he's not good enough. So for me, I feel like this is Eddie's last season in the club. I really think.
Wait, so it's not a your defense is in trouble. And get in the
it's not that anymore. That can come out. That can come out in due time because he has his games where he can do the thing. So
it's not good enough. It's not good enough though. It's like for where we're trying to be at.
I'll never say that he's good enough or at a level to start.
Yeah, so are you fed up of seeing the phones out? Like you want the phones to be back in pockets? So.
It's not that I'm fed up of it. It's not that I'm fed up of it. It's like I'm just looking at it thinking you're good. I'm not saying you're a bad player.
You're a vibe, but I need consistency.
Yeah, you're a vibe, you're good, but I need more. I need more than him. if I'm trying to be City's level, Eddie's not good enough. He's not good enough.
All right, here's another awkward question, okay? Here's another awkward question. Who looked like the better DM today, Basuma or Rice?
Basuma.
Rice came off at half time.
Again, like I said, Rice came off at half time, was carrying the injury, so I'm not going to look into it.
What we're not going to do.
I hope Rice is okay, by the way.
But this is where it gets a bit mad. What you're going to do is though, when you're going to do one game and you're going to go because I'll be real.
Yeah, but you know what you're doing with the question.
It would be like. It would be like me saying, hold on, last season, who was the better winger? Luis Diaz before he got injured or Martinelli? Bro, come on, man. We can't do that, bro. Because Martinelli, he was doing bits. Even before he got injured in the game against you, when we played you at the Emirates. So I feel like that's a bit disingenuous. I'll be real. I thought Rice was good. I thought Basuma was good. And listen, I'll be real. I said, yeah, when I was thinking to myself, when it got down, when Jorginho came on the pitch, I didn't see both Basuma. I thought he was going to be going forward. I thought he was going to be bossing it. I didn't really see that. I didn't see him take over the game the way I thought he would. That's not me saying he was good because I thought he was good. And listen, people can't ever get at me because you go and watch the ATV combined 11 I did with Fuad, and I think it was one brother called Dean. I put Basuma in the 6. I put Rice in the box-to-box, and I said, brother, Odegaard needs to play. So nobody can ever sit there and say that I didn't rate this guy Basuma. But what I'm saying, I still think for me, Rice is I'm not going to go off one game. I'm not going to lose my head over one game, man.
Do you think Rice is best in the world, by the way?
I'm not boxing.
Do you think Declan Rice is the best in the world, best DM in the world? You know.
Who you asking me? Who you asking?
Yeah.
Who you asking me?
Yeah.
Do I think he's who?
Do you think Declan Rice is the best DM in the world?
No, he's not the best in the world, bro. Rodri's better than him, man.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I cares.
No. Rodri's the best in the world, man.
Kiers, did you hear that?
I don't, bro. It's an opinion. And people can have different opinions, bro. And again, people twist my word.
Arsenal family was all one. Hashtag.
I never said. Look, again, I knew there was going to be one.
Hashtag linked, okay.
I knew there would be one that would try and change my thing.
Cool, you like that one?
Now I'm not just saying anything, bro. Corey, explain to me when I said Rice is the best DM in the world.
What?
Excuse me.
Kids, don't.
Or did I say?
I'll be real.
I'll be real.
Kiers is killing me.
I don't know what Casey said.
Guy's got emergency script for everything.
I don't know what Casey said. I don't know what Casey said in it, but
we're not going to go into the rookies. We're not going to do this.
I said he's up there in the world,
man. We're going off topic. Bottom line, Kiers is lying right now, and he said,
"I'm not lying. I said he's up there with Rodri. That doesn't mean he's better."
Kiers, we're not even going to do this.
Kiers, you have said categorically Declan Rice is the best DM in the world. You've not even said it once. You said it many times.
Bro, I said he's up there with Rodri. That means he's tied with Rodri.
I don't think he's going crazy. Like, listen, I don't think that. I don't feel like he's going. I don't think it's mad. Like, it would be like, I think it's madder to say things like Romero's better than certain man, and bro, I think those things are weirder to say. But I don't really feel like it's crazy. I feel like it's clear. I feel it's clear that Rodri's best, but I don't feel like it's mad, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, this is what I said. Let me quick, because I know he has to go in a second, innit? Let me just twang this quick. I think it's just very cheeky from Arsenal fans around the globe to put players in certain conversations with other players. They were ready to compare Arteta to Klopp just last year. This year, when Rice hadn't even played more than 5 games for them, they're already putting him in conversations with a player called Rodri, who has just won the treble, who has won Premier Leagues, who has single-handedly won the Champions League for a team, and Rice was actually looking at a Champions League football with awe because he'd never heard the music before, besides in his bedroom. And you decide to compare him to someone who has actually gone and won the trophy for their team when he has just made his debut in the Champions League 4 days ago. And that's the comparisons you man are making. You were ready to compare Bukayo Saka to Mohamed Salah. You see what I'm saying? Like these.
Wait, now there's Montel. I knew you were taking it there because I knew it. You always do this. You always do this, fam. No, but you always do this, fam.
Let me land. My thing is that the premature comparisons for me are very, very cheeky. The Rodri one was the worst by far for me. That one was the worst, innit? Like there was just and bro, it's just again a man who's won the Champions League and won the treble to a man who won the Conference League and who's never played in the Champions League before. Get out of it. That's not fair. Because if your guy had won, if Arsenal had just won the treble and your DM was the best DM for the last 3 years, and Tottenham just signed the DM from Westham who'd won the Conference League, and now they're comparing him to your guy after he's just won you the champs, you'll be looking sideways, bro.
All right, Monts. Can I say one thing though? Can I say one thing though, Monts? Can I say one? Because I got a bounce in a sec. But this is how Arsenal fans feel when we get compared to Tottenham, because they feel like there's a power shift after 7 years, and we've been doing this for 20 plus 30 years. You get me? So it's a bit bro. And my other thing is, listen, people be saying Udoji's the best left back in the league, and I'm like, hold on, but how can he then be better than How can he then be better than? How can he then be better than the likes of freaking like Zinchenko when he's a seasoned vet, bro? Man's won this, he's won that. Like, get me? So I feel like you can look at a player and you can say, look, what you're seeing, the quality is there, innit? So as I said, I don't agree with what Kiers and Casey is saying about Declan Rice being but I can see what he's saying. I don't feel like it's crazy to say. Last season, when we were comparing Salah to Saka, we were saying this season or that in that season, he was better than Mo Salah, which I think is fair, bro. That's fair to say.
And they even twisted my words.
You man were like, you know what? He got the new contract. He wasn't looking this. He wasn't looking that. Like, so ultimately, it was you fans. These Liverpool fans were saying, look, nah, you know what? He looks like he's dropped off since the AFCON. Yada 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 yada. So I feel like it isn't necessarily a thing where
that was a part of the fan base that said that.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, but not me.
There you go. So you see my point. So it's for me. I look at it and I'm saying, look, when Mandem are saying that they think Declan Rice is better than Rodri, then maybe he's. But I don't think it's crazy, bro. Like I feel like do you know what? I'll probably say I feel like it's crazy to say Saka's better than Mo Salah. But this thing here with the Declan Rice and the anyone else who you want to put in that 6 role, but Rodri, whoever it is, bro. Spurs fans have been crying saying that he's the best 6 in the league. Fuad will tell you.
But you know how Fuad can get. Obviously, fair enough. I don't agree entirely with the whole Basuma's the best 6 in the league. I'll look at that the same way and say that's crazy. I think that's crazy as well. I just think that a lot of comparisons were made, especially from Arsenal to Spurs in the game. Odegaard was compared to Maddison. Maddison came out on top. I think it's easy to say that. Basuma was compared to Rice. I believe, to be fair, Rice come off injured, so that one there's a conversation to be had. Do you know what I'm saying? I personally think Saka got better GA, but Kulusevski was better than Saka today. My opinion, from what I saw, from what I watched, I think Kulusevski was better than Saka. Like, Spurs were generally better than Arsenal for large parts of that game, and all we hear is how much better and how pointless the comparisons are between these players. When the point was made that, hold on a minute, Tottenham have scored more goals than Arsenal this season. They've only conceded 1 more goal than Arsenal. Everyone looked at these men like they were crazy.
Months. Can I say something? Because we can segue this into the Liverpool game as well.
We'll segue this. Yeah.
Just a quick one. I noticed this. You keep doing this thing where you keep using Arsenal dropping points to give Liverpool brownie points. Like, it's not that.
Kids, this is it. I'm always hearing him link something with Klopp and Salah and Liverpool. I'm thinking, man, no chat to you, bro.
Wait. Mons didn't mention Liverpool, I swear. Am I missing something?
Oh,
he said Klopp. When I said Salah and Saka, when I said
constantly.
Arteta is still
even though I just highlighted this game just now, but go on.
Bro, Arteta clears Klopp tactically, bro, and that will never change. So this whole Klopp thing, forget that, bro. Again, the Salah Saka debate. As of now, Salah's performing better than Saka, yes, but last season it was a convo. It really was. So you can't do that, bro. You can't do that because you know what you're doing. You can't do it, bro. So just loud.
As I said, you can say I know what I'm doing, but when you put it black and white, and I said certain comparisons I think just don't need to be made, but they're going to be made because it's football and we want to have conversations away from the Liverpool thing. As I said, there was a lot of comparisons made between the Tottenham and Arsenal players, and the Arsenal players did not come out above the Tottenham players that were being belittled consistently. And that's what it is.
Listen, it is what it is.
Bun
Ethan always, man. Bun Ethan. But you, man, I'm out, man. I got to go, man.
Take care, bro. Big up, bro. What were you going to say, Corey?
How is Arteta tactically better than Klopp? They play That's insane to me. Well, because
why is it insane?
Arteta's system is more pleasing to the eye, which it is.
No, we got to move on. You got to move on.
I know. We'll move on. But I just want to say,
that's Corey. You can't explain to me why Klopp's tactically better than Arteta.
Corey, just finish your thing, Corey, and then we'll move.
I feel like Klopp's system suited to different teams. Whereas your one suited to more the Arsenal, maybe the Tottenham now, the City, like the more successful people as of now. But Klopp,
so that means it's better.
It doesn't because Klopp's
We're in
system
Champions League, they're in Europa League, so our system works
is
better
still
than theirs.
effective.
The sisters brought them every
Wait, kids, that's such a short
Yeah,
measuring.
that's
That's
weird.
such a short
Yeah,
measuring.
that's weird.
Gonna backtrack.
Because
Okay,
kids,
gonna
because
backtrack.
kids, we've been in the
Pause.
Champions League. Hold on, kids. Since our
Look, I
hold
know.
on, kids.
Look where it's going,
Yeah.
lads.
No,
Please.
Casey,
No,
that's
Casey,
why you didn't want it to go here.
See, I
Yeah,
said
I
it, fam.
know.
I knew it. Just
But
please.
Casey, but Roms, Casey let Kiers say his thing and then stopped.
No, I
when he said
didn't. I
something.
said, bro. I said it
He
before
tried to
that.
interrupt
You
still.
want
He
to
tried to
connect-
stop it. He tried to stop the accident before it
Fair
happened.
enough. But that's the worst thing I've heard Kiers say. Yeah, let's just move it because Kiers
No,
just
I
said
slowed
Because
it
it's just
anyway.
gonna go somewhere else. Let's
Before I
leave
cut.
it, please.
Let's
Go
get
on,
it.
Sorry.
You
Oh
can say
yeah.
He done
Let's
the
move
flex
on
and
to the
muscle
next
thing.
game.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
we're in
yeah,
Champions League. We're in Champions League, they're in Europa League.
No,
The
Casey,
Liverpool-
stop.
the Liverpool game, Liverpool game,
Stop.
Alright.
Ignore it, please. Next
Corey,
game.
Let's go.
yeah, that one there.
And I'm gonna cut.
Yeah,
Casey,
Yeah, go on.
yourself. You are humble. Kiers, lesson to be learned. Gunnerly, lesson to be learned.
What lesson?
We
You
go
drew
again.
the game.
I'm
There's no
a bit
lesson.
upset because slowly people are running out of excuses to like say
take humanity.
I like being an underdog. This process is meant to take time. Good performance like this doesn't help my cause, innit? So thank you, but no thank you. But, yeah, and then have a good one.
There's nothing like a confident Ethan, you know. There's nothing like a confident.
Get used to it, Rob. See you next weekend, my brother. In a bit.
I'm so bad.
Yeah,
So bad.
see you next week. That's gonna be a game, you know. That's actually gonna be a game.
Big up E. Yeah, chat. Big up Wu-Tang Gambino with the super chat. Says kids don't want to hear no goo goo gaga excuses. Big up for the super chat. Yeah, listen, just all in all, obviously, we can look at the bigger picture. Arsenal and Tottenham are still on the same points. They are in the same position, and I think that it's going to be interesting seeing the game at the Lane to see what direction that game goes in. Whether Arsenal are going to be seen as the underdogs or whether Tottenham are still going to be seen as the underdogs in that fixture, because obviously Arsenal went and destroyed them last year at the Lane, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So that's going to be an interesting one. And it's also going to be interesting to see who's fit, because I think if Arsenal had a few injuries, Tottenham had their full team. I think if Tottenham have a few injuries and Arsenal have their full team, it might be a different script. It might it might be a little bit of a different script, and certain things don't happen the way they happen. Also, one thing I think we didn't mention was David Raya had made it. David Raya and Vicario, both keepers, I think, were at a very high level in that game. Both goalkeepers. Raya made one save from Brennan Johnson that was literally elastic. That was elastic. I'm not gonna lie, Rami.
Yeah, it's looking peak.
Rami, Kiers was fighting your battles last year, and he's forgotten about you already. It's crazy.
Bro, he's still part of the squad, bro. He's still with us. So
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Casey and Kids, you man know this, but Ramsdale gets sold end of the season, bro. For me, it's as simple as that.
You did say that, Robs, but bro. Anyway, we're still on our game. Forget me now. We drew. That's fine. Let's talk about either yourself, Chelsea. Why are we not talking about Chelsea?
We're gonna
another loss. Like
we're moving on. We're moving on. We're case again. 1 point collector. Please do not dictate the way this stream goes.
Bro, there's some teams that got no points. What are we doing?
I know. There's no Chelsea fan here. Casey, there's no Chelsea fan. Don's not here. I shouted Don, but he's not. You know when they're not here. I can't find the Chelsea guys. I can't find them.
We need to call them out. We need to talk about them to call them out.
I struggle.
They bite.
I was gonna say once, bro.
Every time Chelsea lose, Don is either out or he's busy or he can't make it. But when
Newcastle as well, record breakers, man. Record breakers, Newcastle. Come on.
I'll just quickly. When speaking about Liverpool months, I want you to run up the Drewski and Harlow video, if that's okay. I think we deserve it now.
Don't worry,
I think we deserve it.
So Liverpool,
we deserve it.
Liverpool
I love it, and I think we deserve it.
That's fine. Since you've requested, before we do, by the way, there's still just under 300 people in the house right now. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the video as well. We are on our way to 6,700 subscribers. So please make sure to stop what you're doing right now and hit the subscribe button, and also to like the video. And let's try and get to our like total today. I think we've gained 5 subscribers today, but because there's been over 340, whatever the number was, we should at least be gaining more. So make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, man, and obviously have a look at some of our previous content and whatnot. Roms, you wanted to see a certain video to represent how Liverpool fans feel right now.
Life like this sure is sweet, huh?
It definitely is.
Right.
Yeah, 5 wins on the bounce. Obviously, West Ham, very difficult game. I always say to everyone, both teams to score, Liverpool to win.
You did.
Again, well, like, how many games running? Yeah, there's every game, guys. If you're a betting man, both teams to score, Liverpool to win. Slap a 50 on it. You'll triple your months. You
know what it is, Mons? Say what you want about our defense. I don't think it was particularly bad today, but our firepower, bro, I can't stop waxing lyrical about it. This right, you know when you were saying, I can't lie, Roms, we can't keep affording to go down first, which we didn't today, because one time we won't be able to come back against a team. Like I said, I still just back us, bro. Unless it's a City, I'm not even going to say Arsenal now. Unless it's just a City, I'll back us to come, bro. I'll back us to come back against most teams because our firepower
so cheap
is mad.
Right, cool.
Take off, Roms, please. I'm going to say this now. I know we won, and I know. Listen, I'm going to be singing. I'm going to be waxing lyrical in the video that I drop. However, you see the rose tinted glasses that Liverpool fans have to wear. Just lower the rose tinted glasses for a second and
put it like this. You know, everyone's hair's just down.
The Antonio header, the Souček header that Alisson has to make a ridiculous save for. Again,
true.
For some reason, missing sitters against us in the first 15 minutes of every game. I wouldn't say missing. Missing is when you miss the target. We've got Alisson Becker in goal, bro. Header, like just outside the 6-yard box, and he headed it the wrong way because of his. I don't know why he headed it the wrong way. Maybe all that verbal pre-game clouted his face. Maybe he got blinded by all that pre-game verbal, so he can hold that as well. You know what I'm saying? However, like as I said, West Ham is a very difficult game. And by the way, Paqueta was the best player on today. By far, Paqueta was the best player on it. It was not even.
You know, in the tight spaces where do you see when he flicked it over Sabozlai's head and he's holding up for Alisson? And we had to drag him down. Had to kick him. Man, I know you're watching the NLD, but you see, he was retrieving the balls under pressure and just keeping it. When you're thinking, we're going to nick it off him, he does a mad turn and he gets out of the situation. This guy, word to you, Mons, like the best player was on the losing team because Paqueta, he was insane. You know what? Yeah, after that little bit. Sorry to cut you, Mons. Once that bet and whatnot gets cleared, he's out of there, bro. There's a reason why City bidded what they bidded for him. He is a baller. Yeah. He ain't gonna stay there for long. He is not staying there for long.
We were all questioning the price tag in it. And remember the show where City did actually put the
bid. Yeah.
Obviously, I think he's an example. And we're gonna talk about another individual of an example of a second season blow up. I think because he did underperform for West Ham last season. I think in the first half, but I think the second half of the season, Paqueta was very, very good for West Ham. And because Declan Rice was obviously, the talk was around him, I think people didn't look at how good Paqueta was starting to play at the back end of last season, innit? And how effective. I think he gets the winning assist in the Conference League because I think it was him.
I think he scored against us, innit? Even though we beat them at their ground. You know what it is? Big up Max if he's watching, but I got West Ham brethren, and he said, I was like, why didn't Paqueta have why wasn't he playing good at the start of the season? And it's because he was playing in that pivot, I think, with Rice, where he needs to be a bit forward. The minute Rice went next to Souček, or I think Flynn Downs was playing, the minute they pushed Paqueta a bit forward, And this was at the back in the last season. That's when he started to flourish. And he's at Moyes just was playing him out of position last season. And he's at all us West Ham's fans were screaming. The minute you push him a bit forward nearer to Antonio and the wingers, you'll see him shine. And we're seeing it before our eyes, bro. He's a baller. He is a baller.
Here's something I wanted to bring up. Of course, Darwin Núñez. I think he was excellent today. He was.
Thank you, Mons. You know what?
Coming from me. Listen, this is coming from me as well. I think he was excellent today. I think.
Thank you, Mons. Thank you.
He obviously missed the sitter, which I was quite frustrated with.
The governor, Rubs, yeah.
However,
say that again.
However, what I'd say.
Once he's leading the line for the Núñez slander, I can see it. So when Montel says "big up Núñez," it's coming from the heart.
Yeah, I love it, bro. I have to relish it. These moments don't come often; they're rare.
Even last game, the last time he played really well, at times last season, I said, "Listen, when he plays well, bro, I'm gonna pick him up." Do you know what I'm saying? For me, I wasn't even impressed with in front of goal work today because he did miss a few chances. He's always gonna miss.
He did.
What you're gonna get with Núñez, you're always gonna miss chances in it. Fair enough, but it weren't even the finish, which is a very good finish. For me, it was the hold-up play that was good today.
Facts.
That is what I've been asking for a long time, which I haven't seen enough of. And Roms, as much as you love your guy, we haven't been seeing that. What we saw today, in terms of the way he was holding up the ball, winning the ball, pinning defenders down, we haven't been seeing that, bro. He was decent in tight spaces. He was getting the ball and making sure we could sustain attacks. That is what we need. And if he can keep doing that and improve that, then bro, prove me wrong. Just like Jota proved me wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? In the season before the quad season. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm happy to admit that.
No.
I'm not gonna go as far as to start apologizing to players because we're game week 6. So
I wasn't going to ask you to. I wasn't going to ask you to. The thing is with Núñez, I'm going to be shameless here once as well. Do you see the little flick to Salah, like for the penalty? Do you see the little flick back? I'm joking.
It hit his foot.
I'm joking. But no, once literally what you said. I'm like you because bro, when he missed, who was it that played it into him? I think it was Salah, innit? That played it into him and he's put it wide. It might have been McAllister. No, it was Salah, innit? Bro, once I started shouting at my PC, bro, I was mad. But then I had a feeling he would bag. I said to my brother, Núñez is gonna bag on this game. But I'm like you, forget his goal, because the goal. Listen, a lot of strikers coming over your shoulder. A lot of strikers would have missed that. Yeah, a lot of strikers would have. We've seen that type of pass where strikers hit over the bar, or they hit it too wide, or they don't hit it at all, or they hit it too tame. And that was a wonderful goal. But I'm with you, Mons. Forget the shooting. It was his overall, because his problem is he'll get the ball and sometimes he won't know when to hold it, or sometimes he goes a little too early or a little too late.
Most of the time.
All right, cool. Most of the time, a little too late or a little too early. But today it was perfect against a West Ham team that I've been informed. I believe where West Ham lost this season. They lost to City because they went ahead at City. Oh yeah, that's it. But that's the reason why I forgot, because that was their last game, innit? Because before that they were like 5 unbeaten, I believe. They hadn't lost before City, I believe. I think it was just drawn.
You know what it is like, and bro, I'm not gonna act like West Ham didn't pose a threat because they did at times. But obviously McAllister again
wasn't
his best game. Yeah, again, wasn't it?
In the
season, I'm deep in it.
Like he's had good games. I just feel like for me, in this 6th position that he's being asked to fill in, because again, of course, Klopp probably clearly doesn't fancy Endo because he's playing McAllister out of position rather than playing the only 6 at the club that we have. I feel like, by the way, the McAllister assist was unbelievable, by the way. I just feel like, for me, when he gets the ball in the 8th position, he's just doing bits. But then the second you're asking him to track a man, or to sit at the base of the midfield, I don't like it, bro.
I'm not gonna lie,
bro. You know what it is? I feel like we're exhausting him. I'm seeing him huffing and puffing. I'm seeing tomato face, bro. He just looks exhausted, bro. Like. And this is why we need that. This is why we need that confident 6. But you touched on it just there, Mont. Klopp does not rate Endo. It's so evident. He's our only out and out six, and he's not playing, bro. Klopp obviously doesn't trust Endo enough. He just doesn't. And if we're being real, Mont, all of Endo's cameos, bar the Bournemouth one where they had 10 men, all of his where we had 10 men, he's getting bounced off the ball. Last in the week, he's getting barged off the ball. Newcastle, when I watched the extended highlights, he was getting bounced off the ball. Like, it's not looking good for him personally.
This is what
It's
I'm
just
saying.
not.
By the way,
the penalty as well. The penalty.
Penalty?
Yeah, I think McAllister tackled someone. I can't remember who it was.
I know what you're on about. You got the ball. I actually know the exact instance you're on about. I think you're smart, Corey. You got the ball cleanly, bro.
You got the ball clean.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised you went on Antonio, man. That guy
how did you know it was an incident then?
What are you saying? Are you talking about on Antonio? On as in the fact that he was verbally and he done nothing all game?
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm sorry, yeah, that guy's a scrub. The way he was speaking, and he always does it as well. The guy speaks too much, bro. Even with the Richarlison thing, the guy talks too much, bro. Like how
West
Ham found themselves in the top 4, and I think it got.
No, but even that, bro, you're a professional, bro, and you're always on the verbal thing. You don't back it up. Like
Kids, you know what it is.
Don't say that, man. He speaks like he's Ronaldo or something.
Do you know why I weren't too mad? Kids? Yeah, go on, Corey.
No, I'm saying, Keys, you can't say that because when Antonio was going, Declan Rice is the best in the world. You was
no. That's an opinion.
Yeah, because Corey, you're smart because Kids was there reference it. Even Antonio said.
How is that the same? How is that the same, bro? That's an opinion of another fellow footballer, bro. Forget.
No, but to strengthen your point, Kids, you were referencing him. You like even Antonio said it the other day that he thinks Rice is.
Rob, what he said.
I think they're taking out of context. Kiers predicted the Liverpool win, but he said the only thing I'll say is that for the manager and the player to come out and say they're gonna win, that could mean something. This is the one time I'll back Kiers in the way he said.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, to have an opinion on a footballer, that's fine. But to go and say, oh, we're winning this game, oh, these men are shit, Richarlison shit. That's a whole different story, bro. As a footballer, you don't do that. If you are going to do it, you back it up. And he don't back it up. So that's a problem to me.
Do you know what it is, kids? Yeah, you see if the Antonio thing, the reason why I found it laughable is 1, our record's very good against West Ham. 2, every Liverpool fan, and I would actually speak for every Liverpool fan, majority knew we were winning this game. And 3, he's got a podcast with Callum Wilson, bro. You say certain things to get traction. He knew what he was doing, bro. I don't actually believe he felt they would win the game. Like, I think he was like, you know what, this will get clicks. We're in good form. Let me just say something wild. But that is
if I can't say it now, when can I say it? Kind of
exactly, bro. Because him, I don't know if you caught, my brethren actually sent me something because he listened to the podcast when he first done it. Their numbers in their podcast actually have dropped like the last few weeks as well. So it was very strategic from Antonio. Do you know what I mean?
But Rob, for that though, I'm looking at that thinking, bro, you are a Premier League footballer.
I know it's still mad.
For clicks on podcasts, bro. You're a Prem footballer.
Make your money by any means, G. Make your money.
No, bro, you're a Prem footballer. You play for West Ham. That's your.
No, maybe kids think about it because maybe for him, he's seeing that as if I say this now, then I'll eat off this stream. But if I don't win, cool, I won't eat next stream. But if I do win, I'm eating times 2 because I've given verbal and I've backed it up kind of thing.
Casey, bro, he's a Prem footballer, bro. He's a Premier League striker.
Yeah, but he's gonna retire soon, bro. He's like 36.
I'm not even gonna draw up certain amount of other things, yeah. But there's a lot of content creators out there that say anything for clicks. I ain't gonna say names, but they say bare things for clicks. That's fine. That's completely fine. That's their main source of income. So I get it. But Premier League footballers, you do not need to say anything for clicks. You have money, bro. I don't understand it.
There's someone in the chat who's a little bit frustrated with you because they're saying that you referenced that same Antonio when he was bigging up Rice.
Bro, again, I just explained.
Yeah, we've cleared that up.
That's what I said as well, but
that's fine. That's an opinion about a fellow footballer. Bro, if he was to say Nunes is good or I don't know, McAllister's good or anyone's good, That's fine, bro. That's your opinion. But when you say when you're gloating and saying, "Oh, we're gonna beat these man," and then Moises come out and say, "Yeah, we've got something for West," like that's a different story, bro. Two complete different stories. And if you can't back it up, it's a problem.
I hear it. So just away from the whole West Ham thing, quickly, Salah, 12 goal involvements in 12 games. His streak continues. Jota comes on off the bench and scores another 3 goals for Liverpool. Liverpool now sit in second, 5 wins on the bounce. They want us to say it. They want us to say the words title contenders. But for me, I still think.
So to cut you, I don't know if you saw the stream earlier. Never a foul, but they were trying to pressure me to say it, bro. They want us to say it. They're trying to force it out of us, bro. Pause.
Until I see Liverpool.
No. Say that though, Mateo. Yes or no? Because that's the energy we was receiving after this.
The answer is no.
Yes.
No.
It's different.
Casey, hold on. Stop that.
Word. This is what I had to say one time.
Hold on. Let me finish. You received those questions in March.
Thank you.
Are we in September? We're in September, bro. We're in September. So don't in March. If we're in the position in March, you can throw those questions at me. Right now, I'll be honest in it. Until I see Liverpool start games better, because again,
Thank you.
I said put in the comments. I'll find it. Alisson is having to make one world-class save a game. Literally a game. Alisson's not gonna. He can't do it every single game. And again, Mateus Cunha missed a header from 2 yards out. Antonio missed a header from 7 yards out. You man saw the chances. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, teams aren't really taking their chances against us early on in games, and that isn't sustainable if you want to really mount a title charge. So if we're talking title charge, I don't think we're there yet. I think we're good. We're in the position we're in because we've outscored teams and because Arsenal and Tottenham have had to play each other. So one of them was going to drop points anyway. A draw, in my opinion, was a perfect result for us to at least sit second and be cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Listen, me and Rums have done a lot of the talking. I know you guys got to go in a second. But Corey, Kiers, and Casey, obviously, Kiers and Casey, you've been quite quiet in terms of the Liverpool things. What do you lot think?
I wanted to speak. You don't want me to speak, G.
No. Again, bro, we're not going to do that.
Bro, you won your game, innit? Like you won your game. Big you up.
Let's. I just wanted to get your thought on. Do you think this is sustainable going forward, or do you think our time is a ticking time?
Bro, you know me, and you know what my opinion on you, man. With you, man, it's just a matter of when, not if. I feel like you're gonna capitulate. No DM, no balance. I can't see a balance. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's just nothing there in it. So, and like I said, Klopp. This is the reason I don't rate Klopp, bro. You bought Endo as your DM, which is fine. But if you don't rate him, then I don't understand. Did you get it wrong? Like, I think. I
can answer that question, and obviously I don't think a lot of people will agree with me on this one. But midfielders and DMs tend to take a little bit of time to gel to Liverpool's rock and roll style that we play. And I think with Endo, I'm not going to compare him to Fabinho, but Fabinho was very bad when he started at Liverpool, and didn't start playing until around November, because his debut was so bad against Arsenal. His debut was horrible. You know what I'm saying? And people had already written off Fabinho very early on. And I'm not saying Endo is going to be anything like Fabinho, because that's just, I'd have to be stupid. But I'm saying that it could be possible that maybe Klopp is taking him out of the firing line. Like what he did for Fabinho, he took him out the firing line and put him in a couple months later. And then things started to click. I don't know if that's what Klopp's trying to do with Endo, because he's clearly I don't think Endo's good enough to be playing week in, week out. I think he can come in and fill in little gaps when needed, but not a week in, week out. But Klopp could be trying to nurture him the way he's nurtured Fabinho. Maybe he's trying to go in terms of the development. Maybe, innit?
He could, but for me, like, even with that, bro, like,
even just till January, Kate. Even just till January.
Yeah, maybe could. But by January, the league could be wrapped up. But this is my point. Like, I can't see, man. You're doing well. Again, I have to big you up because you're doing well. But again, to sustain it throughout the whole course of the season with no DM, like even for example, Tottenham next week cause you big problems. Tottenham's midfield against your midfield, big problems.
Every team causes us problems, though. Okay, it's just whatever day we decide to have going forward. That's it.
Yeah.
It's
That's
whatever
what
day
it's about. Yeah.
If the attackers are in the mood, we're probably gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see, you know that famous phrase, bro. The way I see Liverpool right now is our attack is our form of defense. Do you get it? Like we're gonna concede chances. I can't even say concede goals because we're not conceding a high volume of goals. I think have we conceded 2 in a game yet? Off the top of my head, I don't even know if we've conceded.
No, we've only kept one clean sheet.
One clean sheet, and that's the problem. So we are conceding on average a goal a game, but our attacks are form of defense because if once we have the ball and we keep attacking and keep scoring, you can't score against us if we have the ball. Do you get it? If we keep the ball, it's not possible for the opposition to score. So I just think it's not sustainable. And Monty said it time and time again. There's only so long this can go on, and some top res won't like to hear this because they like more speak about the tinted glasses. They're just getting caught in this web right now that we're doing very well, and we are. And obviously, lap it up. We're fans. We enjoy it, but still look at the flip side as well because when it hits, you won't be a bigger picture. Sorry, because you won't be as surprised if and when it happens. But then on the flip side, you got for some fans that are saying, but what if we continue on this trajectory and we get to January and we're in with a title race? Then there's different conversations because we could then buy in January. Do I trust our owners to buy? No. But we could then buy in January because this question got asked to me earlier and I didn't actually think of it like that because we're in January and we were still in a title race and we was to start prioritizing that over every other competition and we've added a DM and same thing you don't think we have, kids. Let's say we added a DM and a centre back. Conversation can change, but as of now, I don't put us as challengers, man. I think we comfortably get top 4, but challengers, nah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fine. We'll move on. Obviously, big up. As I said, 5 wins in a row. Got my 3 points. Someone else got their 3 points this week, and he's on the top left. He's on the top row.
Corey, give us a smile.
Yeah, I mean, they're calling it haram football, but you got the points nonetheless.
No, it's ugly.
It wasn't a great game, was it? I mean, didn't really do much.
They haven't had one good win this season yet.
Bro, relax, bro.
Hold on a second.
Let him speak. I'll let him speak. Go on.
I just beg you stop.
Do your thing.
I shouldn't be hearing you right now. I'm speaking.
Corey, stop trying to keep. Corey, stop trying to keep the straight face though. Like, relax them. I know you want to smile as you're speaking, so.
Bro, no,
he's trying
to do the bad boy thing, but you can't do the bad boy thing when you've lost 4 games. You've lost 4 games, so just be happy. Be happy. Don't need to be aggressive to me.
Just stop.
What's 4?
That's 38%. Bro, he's lost 3 in the league and he lost in the Champions League. That's 4 games already. Yeah. We've only paid 7. He's lost 4. Allow me, bro.
Casey, thanks. As I was saying, wasn't a good game. Got the win.
Shocking.
Nice to see Amrabat come on the pitch. Varane. Nice to get those players back. Obviously Bruno's goal, world class. That goal was ridiculous. Can't really say much about that.
Corey, let me ask you something quick. Johnny Evans in the pecking order over Maguire. Any surprises there?
No, I'm not because experience. You got to look at it as experience. Forget the age. Let's look at experience in that part. And he's more experienced for the job.
Corey, can I ask a question, please? I actually haven't. I don't know why I haven't, but I've never asked you this before. You see Bruno, yeah? Are you confident to have Bruno? Because cool. Let's say the next step for you, man, is competing for the title, right? Let's say that's your next step. Are you happy with Bruno being your main 10 competing for the title?
My main 10, probably not, because sometimes we need to control games, and I think for me, Bruno finds it quite hard to control games. But then at the same time, if he started like just relaxing on the ball a bit and stop being rash and trying to do something straight away, it could work. But I doubt that he can get taught that now. I think he's too much into his career. To be trying to learn that. So
the grown ass man, innit?
Yeah, can't teach the old dog new tricks like me. So yeah, probably not. I'll be real, but then at the same time, if I've got two other midfielders that are like control based and they can hold up the ball, and I've only got Bruno doing that job, then it may possibly work, innit? But right now I haven't got that. So
and by the way, next week you see all this United. There's no more excuses now. But starting from next week, the excuses.
But who do you have next week?
Right.
They Man United got Palace, I think. But even with
where is it? What away?
That's at Old Trafford, and they've got Amrabat back. Amrabat should be starting. Varane's back. Yeah, you got Mount should be back. No, so you're starting to get players back. Martinez back should be.
I was gonna say, Corey, what did you think of Amrabat's little cameo? Came on, gave away a foul in a dangerous position.
That was it. That's it.
Yeah. What did you think of it? I just thought I'd
He wasn't even on for like 10 minutes. So
no, I'll be real. He was on for a good 6-7 minutes.
I'm being shameless still. I'm being shameless. No, but let's be honest. That foul was dumb. The player weren't going anywhere. If they conceded in the last minute, bro, you man are ripping him apart.
I swear Caicedo was only on for like, how long was Caicedo on before you made that rash challenge?
Caicedo come on like 60-something minutes.
Yeah, Caicedo was on for a good amount of time.
He was on for a good half an hour. Like, we got a good sample size of his thing in it.
I'm trying to compare, Casey. It's weird.
But speaking of, obviously,
Regulon injured.
Oh yeah, Regulon. I forgot about him.
Yeah, the injuries rack up with my club in it, so.
Yeah,
I don't know who's going to be back, who's not going to be back.
Speaking of injuries, and another club who has a lot of injuries, obviously Chelsea Football Club. I'm kind of running out of things to say with Chelsea. They are getting not even 5 minutes of airtime from me. We will definitely talk about them in the week.
Can you take back what you said to me as well?
What?
You said me and Chelsea are in the same boat. I'm not in the same boat.
That's Chelsea in their own thing. Yeah, that's
you're not. How about this, bro? I'll be real. You're not in the same boat, but Chelsea.
But you got it from the same shop. Yeah, cool. You got it from the same shop.
Yeah. You're not in the same boat.
You're shopping in the same shop, fam.
No. You're shopping from the same aisle. You're definitely catching each other in the same shop. Yeah, you're catching each other in the same aisle for me.
Personally. You know what? I saw a stat. Yeah, I saw a stat that said Enzo's only won one game for Chelsea. Is that true?
I think it's two. He's won. They won at Luton and they won at Bournemouth last season?
Yeah.
Oh,
they won. It's like two.
That is. You know what? I can't get my head around how dead that is. Like, I can't get my head around it.
And it's mad because the man starts every game.
Every game, bro.
It's like
he's got 2 wins, bro.
He's only racked up 2 wins.
And he cost 100 of mil.
That's insane.
Bro, that's nuts, bro. Listen, I'm sorry, Jackson. He needs to. This guy, he's messed up my fantasy, fam. I could have had a scorch of a week worth of it. He's pathetic.
Kiers, I took him out weeks ago, bro. I took that guy out weeks ago.
Roms, this guy is a striker, and he's picked up 3 yellow cards in 3 game weeks in a row.
Do you know what it is, bro? Assad, correct me, yeah? I have not watched none of the Chelsea game apart from a clip I saw on Twitter. Yeah, Mudryk played a sexy through ball. I don't know if you man have seen it. Who missed it? Was it Jackson? It was Jackson, innit?
This guy's a bum. He's really bad, you know. I kind of at first I saw him.
You know what it is, kids? I think it's still for me too early to write him off. But what I would say if I was a Chelsea fan, it's worrying, bro. Like for me, it's worrying because they're going to say
now as well
because of the yellow.
Yeah, he got a yellow today.
Because of the
That was his
yellow.
fifth one.
How can you rack up that many yellows so early,
But
bro?
he's suspended.
Bro, we're only on game week
Wait,
6.
he's got more yellow cards than goals?
Bro, he's got more
Montel,
yellows than goals.
we
bro.
are on
Way
game
more,
week
way
6.
more.
And
Way
we're on
more.
game week 6 and he is now suspended.
How?
That
As
means
a
he didn't get a
striker,
yellow in one game.
bro.
Just
deep
one
it.
game.
Wait,
He didn't get a yellow. The
So
rest was
Jackson can't play next game?
No,
bro. He says yes,
suspended.
Montel. He's suspended for a game.
He is
Already.
a bum. He
That
is
is
a
howlers.
We are in game week
Don't they
6.
get
Oh.
reset? Don't they get reset after certain international breaks as well?
Yes,
They get, like,
Montel,
You know
but
what?
he is
picked up that
already
many
hit
yellows.
the
Do you
marker.
want to know
He's
why?
already
Do you know
hit it.
know why that's howlers? Yeah, even like your Xhakas when he was here, your Fabinos, your Casemiros, even DMs don't rack up 5 as quickly as
Game
that.
week
Bro,
6.
I see the
Game week
striker,
6.
a striker on game week 6, bro. Just deep it. Nah, no, man can't tell me Havertz was worse than that. Man can't tell me Havertz was worse
Yeah,
than
yeah,
that.
no way, no
No,
way.
I'm with you.
No way.
Havertz ain't worse than that, bro. That's mad. That is mad.
How
That's-
do you get
that's
5 yellow
ridiculous.
cards in 6 games?
You know,
And
I saw
Gusto.
another funny thing. I saw another funny thing as well. Assad, hold this and any Chelsea fan in the chat. I think Chelsea play on the third. They play next Saturday, so I believe that is the last day of September. If they they play next Monday night. Yeah, so it's done. Chelsea can't have a goal of the month, because they've not scored in September.
I said no call them.
No way.
I do actually a lot.
Wait, didn't Sterling score?
We've done that before you.
No, I swear
Luton was
Sterling
end of
scored in
August.
September.
Horrific.
Luton was end of August, bro.
Bro, they're so bad.
No
You got
way.
man like Gusto. Man like Gusto as well. Looks like he's in CGM, fam. Diggers crew. That's the, bro, he's
No,
got
no.
a bum.
Do
Gusto
you know what
is
it
a bum.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, kids? You know what it is, kids? No, like, I can't. That's one player, and the Chelsea squad. I can't really buzz on because cool. I've not seen a red. Like I've not even seen it. All I've seen is that Mudryk pass to Jackson. I've not seen nothing else with that Chelsea game. But Gusto has been the best player in a bad bunch. Do you get it? In my opinion, he's been one of the best players in a bad bunch. I'm not gonna buzz on his name because I think defensively he's been quite good. His crossing, no, bro, his timing of his crossing and when to pick the cross out has been for me a bit poor. I've seen him in games. I'm like, you've either hit that too early or you've hit that too late. But
Yeah,
I can't really buzz on this though.
I'm afraid I don't agree with that.
But bro, if he patterned that to the quality of Reece James, he'd be as good as Reece James. So we can't that's I mean it's very early for
I'm
very early.
not gonna buzz on him.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Wait,
By the
all
way,
the-
Lukaku
with Gusto-
scored 3 goals for Luke, 3 goals for Roma already. He started very well for Roma.
Bro,
So,
with
In the
Gusto,
game,
yeah.
a hat trick.
he done this thing. Yeah, he's got 3 goals in 3 starts for Roma.
I thought he meant a
You
hat
know
trick.
what? Funny enough, so does Fred. Fred's got a height.
Boy, shut up, fam. Shut up.
Fred's
fam.
got a height.
Wait, why did that kill me?
Wait, Fred's got a hat.
I saw the wrong midfielder.
Hey, we gotta end this. We gotta end this stream. Corey, we're ending this stream. We're ending this stream. Just the fact that you had
I
decided
saw
to
the
bring
wrong
up Fred's
midfielder. I got
hat trick.
McTominay.
Kids is dying, but you had to-
He is a killer,
I'm
fam.
ending this. Bro, don't want to hear it. And just to round up on Chelsea's thing, 6 games played, 5 points accumulated, -1 goal difference. 400. How much million spent this window alone?
I've lost
Something-
count.
I've lost. Yeah,
Half
word.
a billion, yeah, half a billion at least.
I've
Call
lost
it a
count how much
trillion.
they
Call it a
signed,
trillion.
how many man. Like they said, they've changed their ways. All I'm gonna say is, Chelsea fans, you had a lot to say to me in the window. Congratulations for winning the transfer window. Maybe you trade it for my place in the Premier League right now. Well, who knows? Who knows? I think you guys will do horrible things for 3 points right now. And for me, the fact that Chelsea have scored 5 goals this season and 3 of them have come against Luton is daunting.
Yeah,
Scary.
that's the scariest thing.
Dauntingly
Do you
scary.
man think they get Europe?
Over half your goals.
Quick question. Do you think they get Europe?
No,
No.
I don't think they come 8th or 9th. They're in relegation.
Bro, they
in
get
my
replaced
opinion.
by the Brightons and the West Hams. West Ham are gonna get Europe again, and so are Brighton.
That's nuts.
Bro, you know what it is as well?
2
Teams are going to think they
years
will remember. Okay, today's loss was at the Bridge. Don't forget it. It wasn't at the Villa Park. Today's loss was at the Bridge. So people are now thinking they can rock up to any old team, feel like they can rock up to Chelsea and go, Yeah, do you know
Home
what?
or
We
away?
can grab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
home or away, yeah, definitely.
Home or away, I reckon we can get a result now. That's what man are looking at when they talk about Chelsea, bro. And now Chelsea are they'll try to talk to you lot about excuses and that. But I'm sorry. In fact, do you know what's mad? Chelsea are 14th.
Yeah, that's not. That's
How
not.
are you 14th by game week 6? How?
And he spent
One
that
win
much.
will boost you to like 9th. One win boosts you all the bro. How? I'm looking at the table. What Everton are 1 point behind them. Like they're in relegation form.
Wait, did Everton won today, innit?
Everton won, yeah.
Everton
And
won,
Chelsea got Fulham away next week with no gusto. They got no right back.
No. Do you know what's mad?
Bro, that's got a 2-1.
Yeah.
Written all over it, man. Written all over
Before we run through, just remember, guys.
It's a Fulham, innit?
This was Chelsea's easy run. I want to tell you that right now. This was Chelsea's easy run. These games that they're all losing and drawing, remember, they lost to West Ham, then they beat Luton, then they lost to Forest, drew to Bournemouth, and now lost to Villa. Now they've got Fulham away and Burnley away. But after that comes Arsenal, Brentford, Tottenham, City, Newcastle, Brighton, United. Back to back to back to back to back.
Wait, that's nuts. I didn't clock. Wait, I didn't
run it again.
Yeah, Poch could be done back.
Wait, that running is mad.
Poch might not even make Christmas, man.
He's not making it. He ain't making it. Wait.
So as I said, we're gonna end the stream there, innit? But man, you see when I'm talking about Chelsea,
just before you end it, congratulations to Newcastle. Obviously, we all knew you was gonna beat Sheffield, innit? But the way you done it today, that's a professional performance. Everyone could have turned off the gas at 3-0.
You know what it is as well? And shout out, they broke a record, bro. You know, normally in a 7-0,
you get a brace.
And then you get players that'll get braces and that, bro. They had eight different goal scorers. How mad
they fucked them up. They fucked them up badly. Yeah. That was peak.
Because you know what? We've seen 8-2s, we've seen 8-2s, we've seen 7-0s that, and normally you get players that get hat tricks and a brace here and there, but to get 8 different, do you know what I mean?
That's the definition of a lickle manning. That's a sunning.
Yeah, that's a real lickle manning. Do you know how hard that is to do, Rob?
That went over their head.
That bro.
Now you're deep in what we actually did to United.
I know the 8-2. I know the 8-2. You stuck that in there, Rob. But man will just allow you with that in it. Just keep running it, like keep running it.
Assad, by the way, it's not a Thiago Silva agenda. I've just seen it. I saw it before all of you.
You know what? I get it. Mons saw it from time. Me and Mons argued about it.
Stop calling him Thiago Silva. Call him the old man. I've been.
We see Thiago Bronze.
With the walking stick.
We see Thiago Bronze now, fam.
Thiago Copper.
Man's Thiago Bronze, fam. Thiago Bronze. He's down, fam.
Thiago Bronze.
Man said Thiago Bronze. Hey, that's
Hey, listen. All I'm gonna say, Corey, I know this is cheeky, but just to see what Newcastle did to them, man, today, and man are saying 8-0 is crazy. Just to says how what we done to you last year, the 7-0, that shows how crazy that is. I'm sorry, 7-0s, 8-0s, all of that is bro.
Yeah.
I said I'm sorry.
That's a real fun.
Did you might get the Champions League message? So the week after next, you guys fly out. We're flying.
Come on, mate. Corey. No, trying to call me, trying to sort that out. We'll keep in touch, Corey, though.
Look after yourself, guys.
Come on, guy.
Yeah, Roms, I don't know if you heard the Executive Champions League 6-time winners. I think only Madrid and is it Milan?
Yeah. I heard about that as well.
Yeah. Cool. So obviously, if you don't tell,
you can do that. Just one of those days, old days.
You have to bring. Hold on. There's a bit of turbulence in the call. Listen, you have to bring all 6 of them, and then you're allowed to enter.
Yeah.
So obviously, make sure you bring your 3, and I'll bring my 3. We'll link up with was it Bayern Munich? Are Munich involved as well?
Yeah,
I don't know if
Munich. I think it's Munich, Milan, Madrid. Yeah, there's couples still.
Wait, what? How are you not going to make that? Though?
Exclusive members club. Still, only a few get in.
That's fine. But when we, as I said,
you gotta go.
Yeah, it's been another episode of Big Six.
Corey, did you say you can